Dear Brian, dear colleagues, dear friends of the Greek language, it is a distinct honor for me to be able to say a few words on the occasion of the inauguration of the Laboratory for the Study of the Greek Language. As a friend and long-term colleague of Brian, I've had the great pleasure to have visited Columbus about a dozen times to give talks at the Departments of Linguistics and Classics. I've lost count of the number of conferences Brian and I attended together, including the International Conference on Greek Linguistics, the International Colloquium on Ancient Greek Linguistics, and last but not least, our very own international conferences on modern Greek dialects and linguistic theory, which started in 2000 in Patras, with its 10th anniversary edition being held this year in Calabria. As you can tell by the names of these conferences, Brian and I studied the Greek language in all of its diachronic stages, from Mycenaean, Archaic, and Classical Greek, via post-classical and medieval Greek, up to modern Greek in all of its regional and local varieties. The Greek language has an incredibly long and almost uninterrupted recorded history of 4,500 years, which allows it to be one of the best studied languages of the world. The importance and impact of Greek as a literary language hardly needs to be emphasized. In many countries, especially in Europe, the classics of ancient Greece are still read and studied in the original language by high school students. Winston Churchill famously said that he would make all the students learn English and then let the clever ones learn Latin as an honor and Greek as a treat. Ancient Greek is also taught at many universities around the world, sometimes, though not as often, in combination with Byzantine and modern Greek. Unfortunately, the study of ancient Greek is losing ground, and not just in the United States and Europe, but even in Greece itself. I have been actively engaged in preserving the teaching of Greek and Dutch in Flemish high schools by giving master classes to students, talks to parents during information sessions, and organizing a National Day of the Greek Language in 2018. Two of my PhD students are studying the cognitive transfer effects of learning Greek in high school to show what most of us here already know, or at least like to believe, that studying Greek is not just a treat, but also a blessing. In my own teaching and research, I've always treated the history of the Greek language as a continuous one, something I've learned from Brian, who has been an inspiration in this and so many other respects. Although modern Greek is very different from ancient Greek, and certainly sounds very different, this continuity in time is also evident in space. Since the Greek colonization of the Mediterranean and the Black Sea, and especially since the Hellenization of these areas, including Asia Minor, the Middle East, Egypt, and southern Italy, the Greek language became the official language and the lingua franca of a huge empire. Even today, Greek is still spoken outside Greece, in Turkey, Georgia, Albania, southern Italy, and of course in the Greek diaspora in the United States, Canada, and Australia, and anywhere else where Greeks have settled and preserved their language and other traditions. The study of Greek in all its rich and colorful varieties is a worthy enterprise, as they all preserve different aspects of the Greek civilization transplanted in different environments. I'm sure you will appreciate my enthusiasm when I tell you about the discovery of ancient Ionic elements found in the works of Homer and Herodotus to have been preserved in the modern Pontic and Cappadocian dialects of Asia Minor. The establishment of the Brian D. Joseph Fund for Greek Dialectology is a matter of no small importance, as it will guarantee the continuation and the continuity of the study of the Greek language at The Ohio State University. I applaud Brian for his generosity and kindness, and I'm proud to have been able to give a modest, at least in comparison to Brian's, contribution to this wonderful initiative. I hope many of you will follow.